Hello everybody, it is your favorite hero Chris Nest here with another reaction video. I am back, hopefully. I know I've said in the past I'm going to try to do more consistent uploads, but every time I say that, something comes up in my schedule that it basically takes away all the time for me to do so. Which is why I'm not reacting to Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. I've not even watched it yet at the time of recording this because I wasn't sure y'all would be interested in still seeing my reaction to that. With that being said, this battle is something, has a character in it that I adore, and it's Crona. Oh my god, I love this fucking character. The way his personality is, and the way his whole character building is just so unique and just weird compared to everything else I've watched, that I adore him. He is a precious child. Regardless, he's also a badass. I love Venom. Venom is hands down my favorite Marvel villain. But I love Crona more, and I really hope Crona wins this. So, I'm going to go ahead and press play. You all go watch the original. Pretty sure you have. Then come watch it with me. So I'm going to press play now. Also, y'all know the drill. The link to the original is also in the description below, as per usual. So let's get into this.
It's always nice to have a best friend attached to your hip, like me and my shotgun leg.
But these two take their friends even further than that.
Venom, the lethal symbiote and Spider-Man's best frenemy.
And Crona, the deadly demon sword from Soul Eater.
Actually, I just realized this. This is also the first time a Soul Eater character is in a death battle.
Skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Which is odd, because you think Maka would get him first.
In the faraway reaches of space, the Clintar rose from a living darkness. One of these amorphous symbiotes was Venom.
Who was a freaking loser? Hey, don't look at me. All the goop aliens were saying kick the poor slime ball straight off the planet.
In its exile, the symbiote underwent a number of misadventures which firmly shaped its personality. It bonded to a heroic Kree soldier rescuing refugees, a violent monster who committed genocide, and apparently Deadpool.
Damn, no wonder Venom's so messed up in the head.
Eventually, the symbiote was discovered by
no shit.
Parker, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It gave him a pretty slick black suit and awesome new powers. But after finding out it was a confused, raging psychopathic alien, Pete decided to exercise it with the power of Christian Rock.
A wise decision, although ill-timed, as this event would cause the symbiote to finally meet its greatest partner, Edward Brock.
Eddie was a journalist with the unluckiest backstory ever. While trying to uncover the identity of a serial killer, he blamed the wrong guy. The same day he published his article, Spidey caught the real killer, who lived right next door to the dude Eddie blamed.
Long story short, Eddie was fired from his job, divorced by his wife, and disowned by his father.
Who already
I didn't know that part, damn!
His wife dying in childbirth.
On top of all of that, Eddie learned he developed adrenal cancer, with only a few months left to live.
Man, and I thought 2020 was rough. I almost don't blame him for becoming a supervillain.
With all hope lost, he begged God to take it all away, and got an answer. The symbiote.
Just like Captain Planet, with their powers combined, these two losers became a super loser. Well, no, they actually became a horrifying monster with all Spider-Man's powers and then some.
Their mutual hatred of Spider-Man caused the symbiote to bond to Eddie like no host ever before. They were perfect, a terror in the night, an unstoppable demon. They were Venom.
It even cured Eddie's cancer.
Sort of.
Yep.
It's complicated.
Well, it didn't cure it. It more so fights it off to where it can't get worse.
Venom can use shape-shifting to mold his body into cool doodads. Swords, shields, tendrils, worm monster things, even wings. Yeah, imagine seeing this guy flying outside your window at night. Well, good luck sleeping ever again.
Venom can camouflage his entire body.
I've seen
heal
worse.
Severe wounds like impalement and lost limbs. See all around him at once and psychically project emotions onto others.
Normally, this just makes people feel sorry for themselves, like Wiz on Tinder. But one time he convinced other symbiotes that life was meaningless and they killed themselves. Shit, that's dark.
If desperate, the symbiote can even invade the bodies of others and make them burst from inside out.
Gross and awesome. But if he doesn't want to pop them like a fun balloon, he can just take over their body like a creepy puppet master.
I didn't think about that. Can Venom take over Crona?
Using the symbiote to their nervous system, specifically the brainstem and frontal lobes. Fighting off this mind control is extremely difficult unless you have powers that can directly counter it, such as another symbiote.
Oh God! Aliens, tentacles.
Another symbiote. So I think that counts as black blood.
Is rated E for everyone, or do we need to start blurring stuff?
Don't worry. Aside from being a horrible mass murderer, Venom's stories are completely wholesome.
Right.
Venom proved a dangerous thorn in Spider-Man's side and frequently ruined his life. Even taking a page out of my favorite book, The Most Dangerous Game, and hunting him on a private island.
Yeah, he was the coolest rival ever, but over the years, things kind of calmed down a bit. They even teamed up every so often.
See, even with so much anger, Eddie had a legitimate desire to protect others. As a teenager stealing his dad's car, he accidentally ran over and killed a child. Despite his desire to confess, his father forced him to plead innocent and rigged the jury. The guilt has weighed him down ever since. So while Venom does have human brains, he'd rather eat the face off a criminal than an innocent person.
Venom's as tough as they come. He survived Ghost Rider's penance stare. He's strong enough to toss a tank hundreds of feet up, and fast enough to take down Spidey 2099, who once caught Mjolnir while it was moving 2,000 times the speed of sound.
Although Venom does not possess the spider sense that allows Parker to react in microseconds, he can still keep up with all the usual Spidey gallery. Plus, while symbiotes have a severe weakness to high-pitched sound and heat, he's developed resistances to them.
Like when he took this giant explosion, or when he survived a sonic scream from some mutant gremlins that shattered all glass within 10 miles.
While he may be tougher to take down than most other symbiotes, Venom never fully overcame his weaknesses. However, his symbiotic genes provide far more help than harm. This includes traits and memories from other hosts, like Scorpion and Flash Thompson.
Wait. Bullets are a genetic trait? How do I pass that down?
Venom would certainly need a lot of firepower to survive an encounter with the symbiote god.
Oh, geez, here we go.
At first, the Clintar symbiotes were seen as a peaceful people. But turns out they were actually living weapons forged by the primordial deity Null in an attempt to conquer the universe.
And I bet next up, Marvel decides they're magic maple syrup people from Asgardian IHOP. But okay, cosmic sludge made by alien Satan. Let's go with that.
Despite it all, Eddie and the symbiote have proven they're far more than the dark legacy the Clintar were intended for. They've even gained the respect of the Avengers and eventually considered Spider-Man a friend. Sort of. It's complicated.
Eddie really is the best pal Venom could have found.
Yeah.
And let's be real, he just looks freaking badass.
See us everywhere, even in your nightmares.
Venom's
In
just
ancient
badass.
times, a demonic being known as the Kishin ravaged humanity, nearly driving all mankind into the depths of madness. This monster could only be defeated and sealed away by the god of death.
So, why is the literal god of death so goofy looking? You ever seen Death Note? Hell, even Thanos' girlfriend is scarier than this clown.
If you are unfamiliar with the world of Soul Eater, prepare yourself. It's different.
It's
Not one
different.
who heard of the apocalypse,
That's one
death
way to put it.
Founded a school. Death
I actually had an idea for one of my battles to put Death against Koro Sensei.
Using the power of their
I thought that'd be
They
interesting.
even got neat demon weapons that doubled as people. Together, they learned courage, chivalry, unbreakable.
Y'all
friendship.
tell me that. Do you think a match between Death and Koro Sensei would be a good matchup?
It's all
Let me know.
Bluesville from here. Deal with it.
I don't think I know how to deal with this situation.
Throughout their childhood, Crona was abused by their mother, Medusa, a witch obsessed with the legendary Kishi.
You can see where this is
Okay,
going.
so no, Crona's gender hasn't been confirmed.
Girl, she figured, hey,
Huh.
why don't I make my own Kishin? So she used her child as a guinea pig in a bunch of crazy experiments. You know, it kind of
I thought it was canon that Crona was a
Don't be
guy, but
silly. I
okay.
only use actual guinea pigs. Part of Medusa's great experiment included bonding Crona to a weapon, much like the Meisters of Death Academy. However, joining with Ragnarok was a bit more literal.
Ragnarok used to be your run-of-the-mill transforming weapon person until Medusa melted him alive in black blood.
Black blood being another experiment of hers.
Yep.
Crona's own blood is, in fact, this same black blood, which they can remotely control. It can be used to heal wounds and even harden as a sort of internal armor.
Cooking rags and black blood turned him into a brand new weapon that was literally poured into Crona's bloodstream.
From that point on, Crona and Ragnarok were two halves of the same person. The meek and tortured child firmly attached to their loud and brazen weapon.
And Raggy has that black blood control.
I love him so much.
Pour Crona around like a puppet. They can use black blood to create wings, thorny vines, all kinds of weapons. And
Yeah.
big-ass needles. Ugh, I hate needles. What's up with that mouth when he transforms into a sword? That thing's messed up.
Like the Meisters, Crona can wield their own soul in combat, amplified by Ragnarok as a technique called scream resonance. Think of it like hooking an electric guitar up to an amp, though more akin to a screeching banshee on LSD.
I didn't know you play.
I don't. Incredibly
I don't.
causing internal damage to foes and making.
Oh my god, his ears are bleeding!
Hey, are you okay?
What?
With
What?
this weapon at their side, Crona set out on a quest to become a Kishi, which required quite a lot of homicide.
Yeah, Ragnarok can absorb the souls of dead people, and supposedly enough souls will turn Crona into the Kishin. So they went around slaughtering hundreds of people.
Despite their name, Death Academy wasn't exactly a fan, particularly their star student, Maka Alburn.
Don't worry, she and Crona ended up becoming good friends. Until they weren't. Sort of. It's complicated.
As a pawn in Medusa's mission, Crona gained several levels of new potential. Notably,
Yeah.
after gaining or absorbing the powers of the monstrous Black Clown, the demon tool Brew.
Crona is just kind of mentally unstable.
All of which increased Crona's
But in a good way.
abilities, especially the black blood. Now Crona could turn their entire body into goop, and the slightest touch could inflict madness. That's madness with a capital M, by the way.
This madness is a corruptive effect that causes targeted variants of delusion or obsession, often spread as a wavelength. The wavelength of Crona's mad blood specifically causes violent psychosis.
Crona may be a pawn, but they're a badass. They can cut through a whole ghost ship, cover the moon with sound waves, open the moon's mouth? What the hell is wrong with that moon?
Crona and Ragnarok have held their own against multiple Death Academy students, including Maka, Death the Kid, and Black Star.
Sometimes all at once.
Kid once flew from Nevada to Egypt in less than a minute, and Black Star is even faster. He's dodged lasers and been tracked moving over 20 kilometers in 6 microseconds while approaching Baba Yaga Castle.
And Crona's been able to make enough mad blood to crush a whole goddamn
Yep.
Ukrainian city.
While this city isn't named, we can use a similar metropolitan area in Ukraine, Kiev, for instance. With this in mind, Crona must have created over 9 trillion tons of black blood, enough to fill over 6 billion Olympic swimming pools.
But Crona's a big leap from invincible. They've had their shit kicked in plenty of times, and their hardened black blood can only block so much.
Even then, Medusa's plan ultimately succeeded. After years of scheming, Crona absorbed the power of Ashura and became a Kishi.
Well, more like Kishin absorbed Crona, but close enough.
But with the power of friendship, Crona ironically wound up defeating the Kishin once and for all. Despite their life being nothing but destruction, Crona was the one who ultimately saved the world.
With an added side effect of a new madness wavelength that made everyone obsessed with boobs. Truly
Wait, what?
Positive effect on people everywhere.
Just give up. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to deal with you.
I love Crona.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, instead of chewing on brains and souls, how about chewing on blue?
And we're back. I really hope Crona wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if Venom ends up winning.
Hello? I want to be alone.
Hey, pay attention, you turd. Aha, lucky day. 2 brains for the price of 1.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh!
I can handle this right now.
I like that. I like the eyes. Like, I don't want to do this.
Your mind is ours. Dinner time.
No, yeah, that's not happening. Yes! I love Venom. I want Venom to die. Some people say it's lazy animation, but no, Crona legitimately fights like that. A JoJo reference.
He's gone? What is he?
We are the ones hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's black.
Bye, Venom. I think this is where Venom can't overcome it anymore.
Wake up, stupid!
I love this. Come on, Crona. Please win. Oh, there's that smile.
We are the darkness. We are your nightmare. We are Venom.
Uh-oh.
I hate you.
Yes! Yay!
And these symbiotes really
My precious child!
pink-haired anime characters. They're fucking crazy.
Venom was certainly a tricky opponent. His shape-shifting camouflage and multitude of weapons kept Crona on guard. Unfortunately, Venom lacked the power needed to keep up a prolonged fight.
Yeah, Crona matching Black Star's speed makes for a pretty clear difference. Crona could reach Mach 9,000, while Venom only topped out around Mach 2,000.
And while Venom has shown incredible physical strength that puts Spider-Man to shame, he could never compete with 9 trillion tons of mass.
Yeah,
By
that's
the
way
that
too
precise
much.
Control of the black blood totally meant Crona could push out any of Venom's attempt at being a puppeteer.
And Crona's shown even greater feats of strength as well. Assuming all the moon's teeth.
So I was
are
right, the black
similar in
blood
size
stops
and
Venom from
stone,
taking him over.
Opening this jaw is equivalent to lifting over 10,000 tons.
Of course, the final nail in Eddie's coffin was the fact that half of Crona's arsenal was sound-based. Basically, Venom's kryptonite.
Somewhat. Recall that Venom did gain a notable resistance to sound attacks. So we needed to determine if Crona's sonic waves were great enough to effectively harm him.
You know those gremlins who shattered every window in 10 miles with a screech attack?
Yeah.
The symbiote barely survived it, so that's a good high end to look at.
It takes at least 100 decibels to shatter glass normally. To cover that much distance, the combined sonic blast must have equaled about 244 decibels. In
All right.
contrast, in order to engulf the moon, Crona's sonic waves must have reached over 275 decibels.
Yeah.
That's considering the weird size and shape of the moon. Ugh, just look at that freaky thing.
Sure, 275 doesn't seem that much more than 244, but decibels increase on a logarithmic rate. This means Crona's
Yeah.
sound attack was actually over 1,000 times stronger.
Vanny for sure wasn't surviving that.
Eddie and the symbiote held their own with versatility, but Crona and Ragnarok had them beat in destructive power, blistering speed, and an arsenal that could take advantage of Venom's key weakness.
Looks like Venom just got Ragnaroked.
I like that pun.
Is Crona.
I'm so happy.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see
Y'all
more
can't see
games
because I have a
around
face
coming
cam.
back.
I'm
Well,
smiling
stuff,
ear to
you
ear
can
right
check
now.
around here, and you can always pick up some
All right,
DVD
who's
at
next?
store.research.com.
I'm so happy.
Attention, blue team! This is the red team! We are here to destroy you!
I got a tank! People with tanks
And my smile's gone. Okay, and my smile's gone. I know that's a Rooster Teeth series, I believe. Rooster Teeth or Screw Attack. I remember it's a series that was done a while ago. They already did a match around it. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've never watched any of it. I know nothing about it except it's a Halo parody. That's all I know. I'm not sure. If y'all want me to react to that, I will. But that might be another one I just pass over. We'll see. I don't know anything about it, so we'll see. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction video. If y'all do want me to react to Red vs. Blue on October 18th, tell me in the comments about them, maybe. Give me some information I can maybe sort through, get an idea maybe of a good prediction. But with that being said, I want each and every one of you to stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.